so good to be back home after traveling nonstop for the first half of 2025. We just got back from Australia and we spent the last 6 months there. Although it wasn't like one of those really fun vacations, it was more of like a personal family thing. It's just nice to change up your environment. But 6 months is a long time for a lot of people to be out of their home, their home environment. So that definitely shook things up in a positive way. And then literally not even after being back home for a full month, we went over to Vegas. And that was a unique experience all in itself. The positive takeaway from it, the people that we met, the information that we learned, just watching the speakers on stage and even meeting people like in person and hearing about their unique perspectives. It's really eye-opening just to see what other people are doing and what they're thinking about. Vegas was really great in terms of that. The only thing was we weren't expecting like the environment to be so harsh. After like 3 days, we ended up getting pretty unwell. It was mostly just like the dryness of the air that really affected us overall. It pretty much lasted up until the very end of the trip. We only went for a week and we just got back like a couple of days ago. Hence the reason why I've been unpacking. One of my favorite and least favorite things about being back at home is my office desk studio space area. So having the space in general is really nice, but there's also like the distracting factor that comes with it. And hear me out for a second, bro. It is so easy to get caught up in the idea that the more you surround yourself in an environment, giving yourself everything you need, making yourself as comfortable as possible is the solution. And it's how you're gonna get locked in and laser focused, right? After all, it's pretty much what we're being programmed on social media. You can go on Instagram and start scrolling and you see people literally with the coolest desk setups. They all seem laser focused, locked in, getting busy, right? Well, I'm gonna be the first to say it, and it's a load of BS. Over the last 6 months, we've been traveling in Australia. Outside of all the comfortable things, all of our belongings, our home, etc. And I've been locked in more than ever, bro. Now, it's kind of interesting how life has a tendency to work like this. And my perspective is things are not always what they seem to be like they are on the outside, right? Usually it's the opposite 99% of the time what it seems to be on the surface level. One of the biggest problems is that we live in this society that idolizes materialism so much. It's really easy to fall into the trap of thinking, if I just buy this, I'll be more efficient. If I just buy this, people will like me more. If I just do this or buy this, it'll make me happier as an individual. And that is a very dangerous mindset to fall into. Whenever I find myself falling into that mindset, I always love to refer back to this quote from Socrates. And it goes like this: the secret of happiness you see is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. That's not to say that making an investment in yourself is a bad idea. In fact, I'm a huge proponent for investing in yourself. I believe it's one of the most important investments you can make in your entire life. But you gotta be careful not to fall into that category of individual that says, I need this in order to become this. So with that being said, I do encourage you to really reflect. Think about what are the excuses you've made up? What is it that you keep telling yourself that you need in order to become the person you've always wanted to be? For date night, we're gonna watch This was not my decision. It was partially my decision, but we're watching Lilo and Stitch, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. This isn't really typically like my kind of movie, but the only other movies out there were Mission Impossible, which is not Corinne's vibe, and then there was, what was the other one? Final Destination? So that's typically not her vibe either.
Yay, Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch. Give you the rating in just a minute.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is he?
Agent Cobra Bubbles. We have a blue dog to catch.
No, where?
I liked it. Maybe like a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I give it an 8.2 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just because it was a little similar to the first one that they did, and because of that, I didn't like that aspect, but I thought that they did the movie pretty well. It was a little bit rushed in the beginning, but overall, it's pretty fire. So, if you like Disney, watch the new Lilo and Stitch. We're gonna wrap up here. Thank you guys.
Time.
It's bedtime, yeah. But thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.